All right, our lesson is in chapter 7, and today it's on equations. Let's start with some definitions. Define equation. An equation is a mathematical sentence showing two expressions are equal. So an example of an equation might be 5 plus x equals 13. That's an equation because we've got two expressions and they are equal. Just to review, the expression is just a combination of numbers and operations. It might have variables, it might not, but you're not going to see the equal sign. When we see an equation with a variable, we can solve for that variable. We can figure out what the missing number is. I think a lot of the ones that you'll see today you're going to find are pretty easy. You'll be able to look at them, know the missing number immediately, but I'll show you how to find the missing number as well, just in case you don't see it and can't do it mentally. Bless you. All right, let's look at page 514. All right, so it asks us to look at different equations and determine what the solution is. A lot of these will say solve it mentally. Let's go ahead and take a look at A, which is actually on page 515. It says, is 4, 5, or 6 the solution to this equation? So we look at our equation, c plus 8 equals 13, and then we have to decide, would 4 solve it, 5 solve it, or would 6 solve this equation? Emma L., what do you think?
I believe it is 5 because if you look at both the top problem and the bottom problem, they're the same thing.
All right, so 5 plus 8 will give us 13. The good news about these equations, we'll be able to check our answer every time. Whatever answer you come up with, you plug it back in and then use your calculator, check your work. So we shouldn't have any missed questions on this go-round. All right, on B, tells us to solve 9 minus x equals 2. So we have to think to ourselves. It asks us to do it mentally. So we have to think, all right, what number can I subtract from 9 and get 2? Hannah?
10.
Well, 9 minus 10
Is 2.
No, if I have 9, if I only have 9 and I take away 10, I'm actually going to get a negative 1 if I had 10 there. All right, that was a good try, though. Lily? 7. So x will equal 7. 9 minus 7 does equal 2, and you could double check that in your calculator if needed. Alright, on C, it gives us a word problem. The difference between an ostrich speed and a chicken speed is 31 miles per hour. An ostrich can run at a speed of 40 miles per hour. Use mental math, or you can guess, check, and revise to solve the equation. Guess, check, and revise just means you randomly just guess a number, plug it in, and see if it works. That might take a little bit longer. But you can do that if you want to. All right, so it gives us the equation 40 minus C equals 31. And that will tell us how fast the chicken can run. All right, Seth?
9.
Yeah. All right, then we have some other problems that are going to involve some multiplication and division. All right, so is 2, 3, or 4 the solution of the equation? 4n equals 16. All right, what does it mean if we have a number touching a variable? What does that mean we'll do, Nadia? Yes, so we'll have to multiply. Okay, that has to stop, please. We can't have balls juggling and falling on the floor. Thank you. Okay, so basically we're saying what times 4 will give us 16? Shazaria?
4.
She's correct. N does equal 4, and I can plug that back into my calculator. 4 times 4 will give us 16. Now, if I didn't want to do it mentally, I could think, well, what's the opposite of multiplication? Division. So then I would divide this by 4 to cancel, and I would also divide this side by 4, and then it could solve that way. All right, and this one says solve 24 divided by W equals 8 mentally. Okay, so what can I divide 24 by in order to get the answer 8? Paige?
4.
24 divided by 4 will give us 6. And if we did the check, we would see that that's a different answer, but that's a good try. Aiden?
3.
24 divided by 3 will give us 8.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, any questions?